Welcome to ATIQHR Workforce OS. This home dashboard gives HR and business leaders a live operational view without forcing them to assemble information from separate tools. Workforce totals, attendance, payroll indicators, hiring activity, onboarding progress, approvals, document risks, and leave signals are arranged in one clear workspace. Branch and reporting period controls help leaders focus on the population they need. The dashboard is designed as an action surface, not a decorative report. Each card and queue leads into the relevant workflow, while tenant isolation and role-based access keep every organization separate. From the dashboard, select People and open the Employee Directory. This is the central employee register for the organization. The summary strip separates total, active, probation, leave, notice period, and inactive employees, while practical views help HR focus on new joiners, expiring documents, incomplete profiles, or a manager Euro trademark's own team. Search and filters narrow the register without losing context. Each row represents a persisted employee record that can be opened for profile, employment, organization, payroll, document, and life cycle work. Bulk operations and export controls support larger teams without turning routine administration into repeated manual entry. Next, open organization structure. This workspace explains where employees belong and provides the reference structure used throughout the portal. Branches, departments, job titles, reporting relationships, and other organization values should be managed once and reused by employee forms, attendance assignments, payroll grouping, approvals, and analytics. Keeping this structure centralized reduces inconsistent spelling and duplicate values across modules. Leaders can understand workforce distribution while administrators maintain the hierarchy that powers filtering and permissions. The result is a reliable organization model rather than a collection of disconnected drop-downs maintained separately on every screen. Now open Documents and choose Overview. The document workspace brings employee files, document requests, expiry dates, and compliance follow-up into one governed register. HR can see which documents are valid, missing, nearing expiry, or already expired, then move into the library or request workflow for the required action. Documents remain connected to the correct employee and tenant instead of being represented by fixture cards. This allows visa, identity, passport, contract, certificate, and policy records to support practical reminders and management reporting. Download and storage actions are designed to preserve the original file while maintaining an auditable business record. Continue to Recruitment and open the Recruitment workspace. The pipeline organizes hiring activity from requisition and candidate intake through screening, interview, offer, and handoff. Recruiters can work from a shared tenant-scoped candidate register rather than browser-only data. Filters and pipeline stages make current workload visible, while candidate details preserve the context needed for review and decisions. The objective is to connect hiring with the rest of Workforce OS. An accepted candidate can move into onboarding, organization placement, document collection, and employee creation without rebuilding the same information in another disconnected system. Open Onboarding workspace to manage the transition from accepted candidate to productive employee. The module groups new joiner preparation, required information, documents, assignments, and completion progress in one place. HR can identify blocked journeys and understand whether responsibilities sit with the employee, manager, HR, information technology, or payroll. This creates a repeatable process while still allowing each organization to apply its own requirements. Onboarding data is persisted and connected to the employee life cycle, so progress survives browser refreshes and can contribute to dashboard indicators and operational follow-up. Move to Time and Attendance, then open Attendance Operations. This workspace supports the daily attendance foundation, shift definitions, attendance policies, geofence locations, clocking records, and exception handling. Live totals help teams distinguish normal attendance from missing punches, late arrivals, early departures, and absences. Administrators can maintain the operational rules used by web, remote, and mobile attendance scenarios. Geofence controls allow organizations to define approved work locations, while the attendance register provides the evidence needed for review. These records also support downstream leave, payroll, and workforce reporting without relying on hard-coded dashboard values. Within time and attendance, select shift management. The planning workspace supports individual employees, departments, branches, all active employees, and rotating groups. Administrators choose the effective period, select one or more shifts, and define the rotation interval. IQAI assisted planning can prepare a proposed schedule, but the portal keeps a human review step before assignments are applied. The shift library shows configured working patterns and the active assignment register makes current coverage visible. This approach supports multi-shift operations without silently changing employee schedules or hiding the exact assignments that will be created. Next, open attendance reports. The Analytics view summarizes attendance from the same tenant-scoped records used by operations. Reporting periods and workforce filters help management compare presence, exceptions, and attendance patterns without exporting raw records first. Department and branch breakdowns reveal where follow-up is required, while detailed registers remain available for investigation. PDF and Excel outputs are intended for management review, audit support, and further analysis. Because reporting is connected to operational data, a corrected attendance record can flow through to the next report instead of leaving permanent differences between a dashboard, spreadsheet, and payroll process. Open Leave and choose Leave workspace. Employees and HR teams can create requests against configured leave types, while managers review the same persisted request through the approval process. The workspace brings balances, current requests, employees on leave, and pending decisions into one operational view. Date validation and approval status make the life cycle clear, and approved leave can inform attendance and workforce availability. This avoids maintaining leave in an isolated spreadsheet that cannot explain dashboard totals. Role-based actions ensure that requesting, approving, and administration responsibilities remain distinct. Continue to Payroll and open Payroll workspace. The Payroll area organizes employee compensation profiles, payroll-ready totals, exceptions, and processing controls in a professional finance-oriented layout. Authorized users can review salary components and effective dates, select employees for controlled bulk updates, or use the Excel template workflow to preview and validate larger imports before committing them. The portal does not treat an uploaded workbook as automatically correct. Validation and confirmation remain visible steps. Financial data is tenant-scoped and permission-controlled, while PDF and Excel outputs support review, accounting handoff, and audit evidence. Select Financial Reporting for a focused management and accounting view. This module brings payroll and workforce cost information into report-ready summaries without filling the entire page with oversized export controls. Users can choose the required period and scope, review totals and distributions, then generate professional PDF or Excel artifacts for the intended audience. The report uses connected portal records rather than a separate set of presentation fixtures. This gives finance and leadership a consistent path from employee compensation and payroll operations to management analysis, while retaining the filters and tenant boundary applied in the source workflow. Now open Reports and Analytics, then choose Workforce Analytics. This workspace combines headcount, attendance, cost, and turnover perspectives in a compact analytical experience. Department and branch comparisons help leaders understand distribution, while report controls allow a focused period and population to be selected. The purpose is not to replace detailed registers, it is to reveal patterns and direct the user to the correct operational module. When the source API cannot provide a measure, the portal should state that clearly rather than inventing a total. Available reports can be exported to PDF or Excel for management discussion and audit support. Finally, open IQAI from the global top bar. IQAI is positioned as an assistant across Workforce OS, helping authorized users understand information, prepare follow-up, and work with complex operational questions in context. It does not remove approval controls or silently apply high-impact changes. Shift proposals, workforce insights, and operational guidance remain reviewable by the responsible user. Together, the connected modules provide one portal for people, organization, documents, talent, attendance, leave, payroll, reporting, and assisted decision support. This concludes the public ATIQHR Workforce OS walkthrough. Contact ATIQ Soft to arrange a guided demonstration using your own organization structure and operating requirements.